Hello friends, my name is Akansha Malviya. I am Assistant Professor in Om Kothari Institute of Management and Research, Kota. Today, I am going to give you a brief introduction about financial management. In following slides, we include meaning of financial management, its objective and its functions. Now, first of all, the meaning of financial management. Financial management means planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the financial activities such as procurement and utilization of funds of the enterprise. It means applying general management principles to financial resources of the enterprise. Its scope are: first is investment decision, which includes investment in fixed assets called as capital budgeting, which we cover in the following slides. Investment in current assets are also a part of investment decisions called as working capital decision. It is also included in the following slides. Next one is financial decision. They are related to raising of finance from various resources, which will depend upon the decision on types of sources, period of financing, cost of financing, and the return thereby. Next decision is dividend decision. The financial manager has to take with regards to the net profit distribution. Net profit are generally divided into two. First is dividend for the shareholders. Dividend and its rate of it has to be decided. Next one is retained profit. Amount of retained profit has to be finalized, which will depend upon the expansion and diversification plan of the enterprises. Now, the very important topic, objective of financial management. The main objective of financial management is to ensure regular and adequate supply of funds to the concern, because without fund, no organization can do anything. Next one, to ensure adequate return to the shareholder, which will depend upon the earning capacity, market price of the shares, expectation of the shareholders. Next is to ensure optimum utilization of funds. Once the funds are procured, they should be utilized in maximum possible way at least cost. Next, to ensure safety of investment, that is, funds should be invested in safe ventures so that adequate rate of return can be achieved. Next, to plan a sound capital structure, there should be a sound and fair composition of capital so that a balance is maintained between debt and equity capital. These are the main objective of financial management. Next topic is functions of financial management. First is estimation of capital requirement. A finance manager has to make estimate with regard to capital requirement of the company. This will depend upon expected cost and profit and future programs and policy of a concern. Estimation have to be made in an adequate manner which increase earning capacity of the enterprises. This is the main function of the financial manager, because first of all he has to find out what quantity and in what way capital is required. Second one is determination of capital composition. Once the estimation have been made, the capital structure have to be decided. This involves short-term and long-term debt equity analysis. This will depend upon the proportion of equity capital a company is possessing and additional fund which has to be raised from the outside parties. In this function, manager has to decide how much amount he can arrange with the own sources and how much amount he wants from the outside parties. Next, choice of sources of funds. For additional funds to be procured, a company has many choices, like issue of shares and debentures, loan to be taken from the bank and financial institutes, public deposit to be drawn in the form of bonds. So choice of factor will depend upon the relative merits and demerits of the sources and the period of financing. Next, investment of funds. This is the main function because we have to invest our hardcore funds in effectively, because our main objective is what? Maximum utilization of resources. So we should invest in a proper way. The financial manager has to decide how he allocate the funds in a profitable ventures so that there is a safety on investment and regular return is possible. Next function is disposal of surplus. The net profit decision have to be made by the finance manager, and this can be done in two ways. First, dividend declaration. It includes identifying the rate of dividends and other benefits like bonus. Then the retained profits. The volume has to be decided, which will depend upon expansional, innovational, diversification plans of the company. It depends upon the company how it utilizes its profits. Next is management of cash. Finance manager has to make decision with regards of cash management. Cash is required for many purposes like payment of wages, salaries, payment of electricity bills, water bills, creditors payment, meeting of current liabilities, maintenance of enough stock, purchasing of raw material, etc. So finance manager has to keep funds in hands to do the all expenses and payments. Next is, and the last one, financial controls. The finance manager has not only to plan, procure and utilization of the fund, but he also has to exercise control over the finance. And this can be done through many techniques like ratio analysis, financial forecasting, cost and profit control, etc. There are many techniques how he can control the finance. These all traits which give you a brief introduction about the financial management. Thank you.